as those little bees hatch out,
Mason bees?
and they'll fly around, and then they catch, get on plants and get pollen, and they help pollinate all the plants. They'll help pollinate the stuff in the garden as it's growing. And then they come back to these little holes. And each bee chooses its own little hole, and it claims it as its own. So it's like, that's my spot. That's where I'm gonna lay my eggs. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna lay an egg in there. Then it's gonna go get some pollen, and it's gonna bring some pollen and set it by the egg. And then it's gonna go fly out, and it's gonna get some mud, and it's gonna bring some mud back in and make a little wall. And then it's gonna do the whole thing over. It's gonna go lay an egg, and go fly and get some pollen. It's gonna get some pollen, bring it back in here. Then it's gonna go get some mud and bring it and make another wall. And inside every single one of these little holes, they'll lay up to 5 or 6 eggs.
Whoa.
They start at the back, and then they keep going until, there's no room anymore.
Whoa.
And then they'll pick another one, and they'll start laying in those. They'll pick one that another bee hasn't already started in, because they like their own space. Honeybees, they like to all live all close together, all around the queen, all in one big thing, but mason bees are called solitary bees because they like to live by themselves. And if the weather's really crummy, like if it started raining or something and it was really cold one day, all of a sudden the bee would just hang out in the little hole that it was laying eggs in. So that's its home for the spring. So one project that we're going to do is we're going to keep track of, we'll know each tube when it's finally full because it'll have mud over the end of it. It's called a cap. And we'll be able to see the cap. Oh, that one's full. Oh, that one's full. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have a worksheet that's just yours. We're gonna keep them here at the garden. And every time you come to the garden, we're gonna take a look at this and count how many of those things are full so we can keep track. So right now, you wanna help me count how many rows across are there, Dave? How many holes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice. So there's 8 across. Aaron, you want to count how many up and down there are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 12 down and 8 across. And so then what we're going to do as we go along is this is going to be a fun little way for us to actually figure out some math of like how many bees is that going to make in there. And we can take guesses on like, I bet that thing's going to be all filled up by the end of the season, end of the month. Or, I think it's going to be half full. And then we'll see. And then later in the fall, we'll have a day where we can take this comes apart and we can take those cocoons out of here and we'll put them in the fridge and we'll let them stay there until next spring.
Ooh.
And then we'll put them in the little attic and let them hatch out again. So if we start keeping track as we go along, then we can see from year to year how many more bees we get each year. So that is our project for mason bees. And I forgot my coloring sheets on my desk.
Your what?
The coloring sheets.
I have them. No, I have everything that you gave me.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she came prepared.
I forgot that I actually handed them to you. See? Yep. So, I don't know if everybody heard, I was telling some other folks that I had a baby goat born at my house this weekend. So I'm a little sleep deprived and distracted today.